there, it is I, Runeding, again, and welcome to another edition of Runeding's Roundtable Rants. Next to me is my very good and longtime friend,
Twisted Cane.
My friend and I here, we've come up with a list of games that we think are long overdue. Number one on our list is, this is no particular order, by the way, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
The Hellraiser, I mean, done in a action morality tale, kind of very Lovecraftian, you know.
Really kind of playing off the strengths of Hellraiser 1 and 2.
Yeah. After that, they got a little silly. But, now, I mean, you and I kind of had a little bit of a debate on this. Now, you think it would be good to, you know, kind of be running from Pinhead, or at least Pinhead, or I guess the Cube cults and everything. Where, see, I always want to play the monster. I want to be the thing, but I can understand how that would be a little difficult, you know, to kind of tell a story.
No, I think it would be better though if you start off playing as a human, and you're just kind of dealing with the fallout of the fact that you just stumbled upon the puzzle box, and now you're wrapped up into this world, whether you liked it or not.
Yeah, every once in a while, maybe Pinhead pops up in a cutscene or something to just kind of toy with you a little bit, you know, to kind of let you know everything is hopeless, and you know, oh, we have such sights to show you, and yeah, your suffering will be legendary even in hell, you know. Which, by the way, if anybody ever comes up to you that looks a little wonky and says that to you, just run. Yeah, nothing's good is going to come from that. Hellraiser as a game, we want it.
Clyde Barker, please be watching.
Yeah. Now, next on the list, now, we already got a game with this guy once before for the original NES, and it was complete crap. It was shit. It was made by, as another YouTube out there referred to them as Laughing Joking Numbnuts, is what they stood for. But Jason, a Friday the 13th series. Now, this is one where I actually think that it would be kind of interesting as a mini game of sorts. But you actually get to play as Jason. Who doesn't want to be Jason? But do it in the style of like a Naughty Bear, where you have different levels, different, you know, parts of the campgrounds, even maybe a part where you're walking through the streets of Manhattan. You know, how cool would that be? But the whole point is it's a ranking system on how brutal of kills you can get, you know, also in like the manhunt sort of gameplay, where it's just carnage for the sake of carnage. There is no big grandiose story or plot here, because I don't know if you've ever seen a Friday the 13th movie. Name one that had a grandiose over-encompassing plot. There we go. They don't exist. They don't exist. They are literally at the core hack and slash for the sake of being just slasher flicks. Now the next one also kind of follows suit. That would be his opponent in a movie.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie. But we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Didn't that one also have a game?
Yes, it did have a game for the original NES. Not a very good game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, most of the games, and I think that was also a Laughing Joking Numbnuts title. But anyway, now this one, we already kind of have an idea of how this one can go as well. If it's moved more towards an investigative horror game, much in the sense of like Alan Wake, where you have come to the small town, you're on Elm Street, pretty much everything is abandoned, it's all boarded up, you know, the town is a festering shithole, and there's not a lot of combat in the game, but you have to differentiate between the awake world and the dream world. And the only people that you do encounter in the awake world are those that do still live there. They're more kind of like squatters or people that have just gone batshit nuts because
they're not sleeping.
They're not sleeping. Everything's been taken from them. And then when you're in the dream world, maybe Freddy has like left some of these souls twisted and festering in the dream world. So you've got to do something with them because they've also gone crazy. but eventually get to Freddy, figure it all out, figure out what's going on with him, what his new diabolical plan to come and break through into the real world is, and try to thwart it. Now, moving on, a werewolf game.
Yeah.
A werewolf game. Now, this would definitely have to be done in a very hack and slash sense, where you get to.
That's exactly what you're going to want to do.
Right. I mean, you're a freaking werewolf. What else is there? You know. So, can you think of any games that would actually kind of fit the mold for that?
I'm thinking like kind of like a God of War type.
God of War.
Yeah, you just throw in like a shape-shifting mechanic, you know, where you know you fight as a normal person, where you build up something, and you can actually turn into like I'm partial to the like 9-foot tall mutated large wolf creature, a little bit also the Howling.
Right. Yeah, the Howling franchise. If you guys have not seen the Howling franchise out there, they're a little weird. They're a little silly.
At least watch the first one.
The first one.
The first one makes sense.
First one and second one. First one and second one. The second one was pretty good.
Wasn't like the third one like wombats or something?
No, I think it was like the fourth one. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's the Howling marsupials. I have no idea where that was going.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Well, Dingo ate my baby.
But they're pretty good. They're not too bad. Also, another one, Silver Bullet, was another good movie. Also, USA used to have a series. Remember, it was actually called Werewolf. With a guy, he had like the pentagram on his hand.
I haven't seen that one.
It was really good. It was a series.
It sounds really good. It's probably why it's not on USA anymore.
Right. It was a series on USA back in the 80s.
They counted them for silk stockings.
Probably. But yeah, really good. Check it out. If you like werewolf stuff, that's a good one, and we need a werewolf game.